Hey guys, welcome back to another video if raspy voice. But anyways, if you're new here, my name is Makayla, and if you aren't, like I said, welcome back. So if you can't already tell, I'm having like a really bad hair day. Like, it's just ugly today. But yeah, so in today's video, is my bathroom door open? This video, I'm gonna be giving you guys a book collection because I've never done one of these, and I have a lot of books, and I love books. So we're gonna do that. First book, we have The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. One of the most boring books I've ever read, but I loved it for some reason. It was super useful and super like inspiring. I don't know, I just liked it a lot, but it was like super boring. But after I finished it, I was like, that was really good. And honestly, a very fast read, but it took me like 3 weeks because I'm telling you, I was in misery reading this. People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry, such a good book. I'm not gonna be giving a synopsis on these just because like I want to do more videos based on like giving synopsises and like talking about books. So if you do want to see a synopsis on this, I actually just posted a video of my 5-star books. You can go see the synopsis for that if you go watch that video. Where the Heart Is by Billie. That's actually I've never read this, but I've seen the movie and it's really good, so I would assume the book is probably just as good, if not better. Room by Emma Donoghue. I'm like struggling to say these last names. Such a good book. I read it in 6th grade. It's the Twilight series. I'm currently reading the 3rd one, so I don't have it, but the 3rd one is Eclipse. It's in my backpack, so I'm not gonna get it because I'm too lazy. But yeah, I got the whole book set, including The Short Life of Bree Tanner, which I'm so excited to read. Message in a Bottle by Nicholas Sparks. Nicholas Sparks is a great author. If you didn't know, he wrote The Notebook, he wrote A Walk to Remember, such a good book. Literally love him. A Walk to Remember by Nicholas Sparks. Like I said, he wrote this book and he's a really good author. I watched the movie before reading the book, and then I found out it was a book, and the book was really good. I really liked it. Remember Me. This is by Christopher Pike. I read this book. I fell so in love with it. It's a romance and a mystery, so I really liked it. It's a really thick book too. Boyfriend Summer by Michelle Dalton. I did read this book. It was a very like cheesy YA romance. It's not like the best thing in the world, but I found it really good. It was like a break from heavier romances that I've been reading. We have She Loves You by Anne Hood. This is, if you don't know, She Loves You is a song by the Beatles, and it basically like goes around this girl who's like obsessed with the Beatles, and I'm so excited to read this book because if you don't know, I love the Beatles. These are the 2 books that got me into Twilight. I got them at a garage sale, and then I read them, and then I just fell in love with Twilight. But this is Twilight and New Moon, the 1st and 2nd book. I read them both, but now that I have the new copies, I just have these. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with them because like I can't necessarily sell them because since I got them from a garage sale, they're terrible condition. The spine is like all scratched, and then some of the pages are like coming apart. P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. I haven't read this one yet because I still need the 1st one. Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Chow. I think this one was like really good. It was definitely a YA. It goes in a lot with like mental health and stuff, so I think this is a really good book. They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera, a really good author, a super slow burn. Want to Go Private by Sarah Dare Littman, also a really good book. Are We Left Behind by Ingrid Sundberg. I haven't even read this book either because I got this at a thrift store. And the Billie Eilish book doesn't even have words in it, but I mean I love Billie Eilish. A pretty biased like thing to be my favorite. Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover, my very first Colleen Hoover book, and I love it so much. I actually have Variety, it's somewhere up there, but yeah, this book was really good. We have After We Collided and After We Fell, all 3 really good books. I never even finished this one actually. I think I have like 2 more chapters. I don't know why I didn't finish it. I actually should get onto that. We have In 5 Years by Rebecca Surley. I have not read this book. I bought this book like a month ago, and honestly, I have not like put it aside. I've just been like literally I've been reading. Like I've been reading my books. I know it sounds like I don't read at all, but I've been reading and I just haven't got to the book yet. Normal People by Sally Rooney. I'm pretty sure you've heard about this on TikTok, and honestly, I need to read it. Oh look, it matches with my shirt. Yay! Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas, my favorite book ever. I know. First book of the Shadow Me series by Mafi. I can never say that. Like, the first name is just so much, but I need to read this. I'm gonna read you guys the first sentence because I feel like the first sentence says so much already. Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Alice in Wonderland, Adventures and Other Stories by Lewis Carroll. It's a pretty thick book, but that's because it has all of Lewis Carroll's like popular stories. We have The Shining by Stephen King. It by Stephen King. I read this book in 5th grade. Suicide Notes from Beautiful Girls by Lynn Weingarten. Good Girls Guide to Murder. I've heard so much about this. Holly Jackson, by the way. It was Rarity by Colleen Hoover. I said I had this book. I haven't read it yet. I got Between by Jessica Warman. Another really like suspenseful book and romance at the same time. Hate List by Jennifer Brown. I bought this like really spontaneously. I didn't like think before buying. I just kind of bought a book and then I read it and I really liked it. We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I'm so terrified to read this book because I've heard so many really good things about it, but then like terrible at the same time. And Into the Water by Paula Hawkins, another thrifted book. Graves, A Fine and Private Place by Alon Bradley. I got this book from Dollar Tree, like not even Dollar General. I literally got it from Dollar Tree. This is Ned Vizzini's. It's kind of a funny story, also a really good book. Do check trigger warnings on this one. I lent it to someone. I'm not sure if they read it or not. That's like besides the point. But Kids of Appetite, David Arnold. Mr. Tender's Girl by Carter Wilson. This is the Peculiar Children series, and I've literally wanted to read these since I was like 10 years old. Finally got 3 of them from a friend. I don't have the first one, so I'm really sad about that, but I do want to eventually get the first one so I can read that series, because obviously I'm not gonna like start at a second book. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys from 3 picture books of Harry Potter, this Disney Twisted Tale series, and then the Land of Story series, and then they're like spin-offs and stuff. Not like a spin-off, but it's like a spin-off to the series. I don't know how to explain it, but I didn't bring those down because they're really heavy and it's just the series, so I would just bring them down and show you real quick so there's no use to like get them down. Hi guys, so I didn't end up showing the rest that I had because the other ones that I had were like Greek gods. Literally nothing's wrong with that. I just had no interest in it, so it was just boring to hear me talk about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. My hair is so crazy and I'm so ready for bed, and I have a lot of editing due by tomorrow, and yeah, I'm so tired. I'm just gonna go. Bye.